Hi everybody, welcome back to Vaughn Precision. Vaughn has asked me to talk a little bit about the new gun stock that I just bought. So we have my Savage Model 11 243 Trophy Predator Edition. And recently we had some folks over and they had one of these fantastic Boyd stocks, featherweight with the Thumbhole. So those of you that don't know, about 2 years ago I fell at work. Don't suggest doing it. And I shattered both the ulna and the radius in my right arm, which made it very difficult for me to shoot regular stocks. So the Savage stock that I have, I do really well with it. It just isn't quite comfortable. So when we had friends over, the gentleman that came over had one of these and I fell in love with it. So I told Vaughn I had to have one. So this is the stock that I just ordered and got today. This is one of the custom options that they have for the Savage Model 11. I fell in love with the wood. I'm a fan of Purple Heart. This kind of had the same tristic look that Purple Heart does, but it also added a bit of ruggedness with some brown and some blue. And I really liked it. So Vaughn is going to do some custom work to make this stock, this new Boyd stock, fit on my Savage Model 11. Stay tuned.
Okay, so as you've heard, we got this new stock here, and I'm going to have to glass bed this thing. I don't have to, but I want to. But Boyd's didn't seem to offer this style with the option for the heavy barrel. So I am going to have to hog out this whole front end here to get this barrel to fit, because this is the Trophy Predator Hunter, so it's got a pretty heavy factory barrel on it. So I'm going to take this brand new stock and I'm going to carve it up. Let's do it. So I've put a little tape on this and I've come over with an estimated distance on the tape line of how far I need to hog this fore end out, and I also put tape on there in case I slip with the rasp. That tape will help minimize damage. Doesn't mean you won't nick it if you slip, but it may minimize it. So, and then all I'm going to do is just kind of slowly work this. Both sides, try to do, if I did 5 swipes on this side, I want to do 5 on this side, and try to keep that valley equal. And then every so often, I'll just take the rifle, set it in there, and just keep an eye on this. And when it gets to where I want it, I'll stop and I'll finish it off with some sandpaper. I will not bore you with the hour or more that this is going to take. So I'll turn the camera off now. Keep on sanding. Okay, I hogged out actually quite a bit. Still have plenty of meat here. And just kind of touching it up with some 400 grit paper just to smooth it off. Make sure no sharp edges. Give it a real nice contour. And what I've been doing is I just take the rifle here and just set it in here like so. Make sure I've got a nice gap. Not too big, not too small. One thing you can do is just take some paper and wrap it around the barrel and hold this back here and make sure it slides up in there real nice, which it does. Now, when I bed this, take a business card here, and I am going to bed it in there with a business card, a little bit thicker, and what that'll do is ensure that when this bedding sets up in the action, that we are truly free floated up here and nothing's going to twist or flex or do anything weird. It just gives you a little bit of reassurance that everything's going to go good. So, and this still moves. It's a little snug, but there is still clearance. So I think we're good to go here. I gotta finish grinding out the action area here, so I guess that's next. I'm just mixing up some of the Acroglass gel here. It's put some black leather dye in it, and it's just kind of a gray color. It'll match the gray lines in the stock. Not that it matters, it'll all be hidden, but yeah. So I'll mix this for a while. I do have the action behind me here. I've got all the release agent on there. It's just kind of dry, and I'll put a second coat on and get that ready here in just a minute. Okay, so I guess we're kind of done with this. I think it turned out really nice. I did add some real nice high gloss finish to it. Just kind of more of a fun, pretty gun, but it sure turned out nice. A lot of work to get this hogged out up here in the front, but it just took. It's not hard. It just takes time. So, and it's going to be a shooter now, so I think this will help Lacey quite a bit with because she has no movement in her right wrist. So shooting a regular rifle a little bit hard. Where this one here, she can just come straight in. There's no bend in the wrist. Not much to speak of, anyways. So should be good to go. Deer season's just around the corner, and I've got the scope all leveled up. We're going to take this out and zero it, re-zero it, and get her on at 100 yards. And second week of the month of October, we'll be out deer hunting. So hopefully we get she gets lucky and gets one down. In the meantime, I've also been playing around with some of the new lathe in the mill over here, and I made a 12 port with a slight 11 degree crown here on this muzzle brake. It's huge right now because I don't know, and I have not done the back end yet. I haven't bored this out because I'm not sure what size barrel this is going to go on just yet. I have an idea, but I don't want to cut this until I know for sure. So, but for a chunk of stainless steel and getting this thing turned down with a little bit of a contour here, I think it turned out pretty nice. So if anybody's interested to see how I made this, and of course we can always add more ports and different things, let me know. I'm happy to make a video on this. So I didn't make a video on doing this because there was some trial and error, just me getting used to the new machines and stuff, and I shouldn't say too much error, just getting used to the machine, so that's okay. That wraps up this little short video. The Boyd's stock upgrade. I love the Boyd stocks. They're good stocks, especially with a little glass bedding. So it was fun to build and fun to put together. I think it'll help the wife out quite a bit. So enough me rambling. Be back soon.